Why these football legends were banned from football. Imagine being the greatest player on earth. Then suddenly, your whole career is banned. No more goals, no more glory, everything gone. These football legends, some heroes, some troublemakers, found themselves banned from the sport they loved. From shocking hits to doping scandals, from match-fixing rings to a wild kung fu kick. These are real, untold stories that will make your jaw drop. You'll feel anger, surprise, sadness, and even a glimmer of hope. Each chapter is packed with suspense, action, and emotions so strong, you'll feel them in your heart. Ready to dive into 7 unbelievable stories of legends turned outcasts? Stay tuned, this video dives deeper and deeper, and what happens next might just rewrite how you see your heroes. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like you don't want to miss 1 second. Number 1. Diego Maradona. From golden hero to 15-month bans. Imagine being hailed as the world's greatest player, only to be banned twice and lose everything you built. That's exactly what happened to Diego Maradona, the golden boy turned cautionary tale. Diego Maradona dazzled the world with his magic on the pitch. He led Argentina to their 1986 World Cup win, scoring the legendary Hand of God goal and the goal of the century dribble. He was a hero. But off the field, trouble grew. In April 1991, 3 years after World Cup glory, he tested positive for cocaine while playing at Napoli. FIFA and the Italian league hit him with a shocker. A 15-month ban from all football, club, and international. Suddenly, the hero was gone. His weight climbed, his spirit dimmed, and his return felt hollow. Then came the 1994 World Cup, last chance at redemption in the US. He scored 1 goal and made an assist in the group stage, but after Argentina's game against Nigeria on June 25, 1994, Maradona failed another doping test, this time for ephedrine, a banned stimulant found in energy drinks. FIFA didn't hesitate. Another 15-month worldwide ban and an immediate exit from the tournament. His international career died that day at age 33. Twice banned, twice shattered. Fans were outraged. Even Argentina's president begged FIFA for mercy, but nothing changed. 2 suspensions, thousands of headlines, and a legacy marred by scandal. Argentina crashed out of the World Cup without him. Dreams collapsed, and glory turned into grief. Later bans and health issues sealed his downfall. Maradona's story is a roller coaster ride. From the top of the world to exile, not for broken legs or lost matches, but for choices off the pitch. His bans teach us that even legends are fragile, and what comes off the field can destroy a champion. Number 2. Eric Cantona, the Kung Fu kick that shocked football. What if a football legend turned into a headline overnight, not for a goal, but for leaping into the stands to kick a fan? That's what Eric Cantona did, and paid dearly. On January 25, 1995, Manchester United played Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Cantona was sent off after clashing with defender Richard Shaw. As he walked toward the tunnel, Matthew Simmons, a Palace fan, sprinted down 11 rows, hurling racial words of abuse. Instead of retreating, Cantona jumped over advertising boards, executing a perfect Kung Fu-style kick into Simmons' chest, then threw punches before stewards and teammates intervened. The fallout was immediate. Manchester United suspended him for the rest of the season and fined him £20,000. The Football Association extended the ban to 9 months, effectively ending his season and blocking his return until September 1995. He was also ordered to complete 120 hours of community service, coaching kids at United's training ground. After his 2-week prison sentence was overturned on appeal. Despite the scandal, fans were divided. Some saw Cantona as a hero taking a stand against racist abuse. Others condemned his loss of control. Cantona himself later reflected, "When the seagulls follow the trawler, It's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. A cryptic media barb that only added to his legend. Sir Alex Ferguson almost let him go, yet after persuading Cantona to stay, Manchester United returned stronger. Cantona returned to help win titles, including the FA Cup in 1996, where he scored the winning goal and became captain, the first non-British captain to lift the trophy for the club. Cantona's story is like a movie. One moment he was football royalty, the next he was outcast, banned and booed, only to come back as a celebrated hero. But the trauma of that kick remains etched in football history forever. Number 3. Adrian Mutu, the £15 million cocaine scandal that shattered everything. Imagine being Chelsea's shining star, just signed for £16 million, only to have a shocking drug test tear your career to pieces. That is exactly what happened to Adrian Mutu, the Romanian forward who burned bright, then fell dramatically. Signed from Parma in 2003, Mutu dazzled Chelsea fans with his skills. He scored long-range winners and earned praise as a rising global talent. But in October 2004, his world collapsed. He tested positive for cocaine, a lethal blow. The club immediately sacked him, and the Football Association slapped him with a 7-month global football ban and a £20,000 fine. That wasn't all. Chelsea demanded compensation for breach of contract, and in 2008, FIFA ordered Mutu to pay a staggering £15.2 million. It became the biggest financial penalty ever levied on a player by FIFA. Mutu fought it for years, but ultimately lost multiple appeals, including to the European Court of Human Rights. Mutu later admitted the ban was fair, reflected on mistakes, and confessed, "Taking cocaine during my time at Chelsea was the worst decision I could have made in my career. I was too young and too alone." He believes the scandal cost him a Ballon d'Or chance, even though at his peak, he could have easily won it. Despite the disgrace, Mutu found redemption. He revived his career in Italy with Fiorentina and Juventus, scoring over 200 club goals, and matched Romania's all-time top scorer record alongside Gheorghe Hagi. Today, he is a manager who preaches accountability. A man broken by drugs, rebuilt through reflection and purpose. Did Mutu's fall shock you? Subscribe, like, and comment. Do you think he could have avoided it if he had asked for help? Number 4. Joey Barton. The 1,260 bets that banned a career. Picture a football star secretly betting on his games 1,260 times. That's what Joey Barton did, and he paid the price with an 18-month ban that effectively ended his playing years. Joey Barton wasn't just any midfielder. He played for Man City, Newcastle, QPR, Marseille, and Burnley, and earned one England cap. Yet between March 2006 and May 2016, he placed a staggering 1,260 bets on football matches, including bets on his team during games he wasn't in, breaking FA rules completely. On April 26, 2017, the English FA banned him from all football activity for 18 months and fined him £30,000. Barton admitted he had a gambling problem and claimed there was no match fixing, but he accepted the misconduct ruling. Though the ban was worldwide, Barton appealed and won a reduction, with his ban shortened to 13 months and 1 week. But he still missed dozens of matches and reached age 34 before he could return. Across interviews and public statements, Barton argued the punishment was unfair, declaring that other footballers gamble too, and half of the pros might do it too, driven by culture and stress. When it ended, Barton never returned to top-level play. He transitioned into coaching beginning at Fleetwood Town in June 2018, but the scandal still overshadows his legacy. Barton's story is a crash course in self-destruction. Talent swallowed by addiction, secrecy turning into scandal. No broken bones, no violent punches, just bets. But that was enough to derail a career. It's a stark example. Even the smartest athlete can fall if the habit hides behind a locker room grin. Number 5. Paul Pogba, the 4-year doping ban that nearly ended a legend. Imagine winning the 2018 World Cup, commanding tens of millions in transfer fees, and then suddenly being banned from football for 4 years over a doping test. That's what happened to Paul Pogba, France's golden star, grounded in a storm of controversy. In August 2023, after a Serie A match with Udinese, Pogba tested positive for dehydroepiandroster, a substance that boosts testosterone levels. Italy's anti-doping authorities imposed the maximum penalty, a 4-year suspension, meaning he could have been out of football until March 2027, effectively ending his career at 34. Pogba reacted with shock and heartbreak, stating that he never knowingly or deliberately took any supplements that violate anti-doping regulations. He immediately appealed. In October 2024, the Court of Arbitration for Sport overturned much of the decision, ruling Pogba had not intentionally doped and had ingested the banned substance via supplement prescribed by a trusted doctor, and slashed the ban to just 18 months, backdated to September 11, 2023. That meant he could return to training in January 2025 and resume playing by March 2025. FIFA and Juventus mutually terminated his contract in November 2024, leaving Pogba a free agent. In June 2025, he signed a 2-year deal with AS Monaco, seeking redemption and a fresh start in Ligue 1. Shirt sales at Monaco reportedly surged, with half the club's jersey revenue coming from Pogba's name alone, proof that his legacy still resonates. Pogba's journey is dramatic World Cup glory to a career-killing ban in months, a legal fight, and then a hopeful comeback. His story shows how a single test result, intentional or not, can topple careers. But it also shows that with perseverance, a fallen hero can rise again. If Pogba's fall shocked you, please subscribe, like, and comment. Was his ban fair or too harsh? Do you believe he'll shine again in Monaco? Number 6. Roberto Rojas, the fake injury that ended worlds and banned a legend. Imagine slashing your face during a World Cup qualifier to fake an injury just to get the match replayed. That's exactly what Roberto El Condor Rojas did, and it nearly shattered his country's World Cup dreams. On September 3, 1989, Chile faced Brazil at Rio's Maracana Stadium in a high-stakes qualifier. With Brazil leading 1-0, Rojas suddenly fell to the ground, bleeding from his forehead, claiming a fan's flare had hit him. Panic spread. Chile abandoned the match, and hopes for qualification soared. Then came the shocking truth. Investigative photos from pitch-side photographer Ricardo Alfieri revealed the flare landed at least 1 meter away from Rojas. There were no signs of burning, only a deep cut too clean for a burn wound. Under pressure, Rojas confessed. He had secretly hidden a razor blade inside his glove, cut his own face, and played along with a premeditated plan from team officials to get a replay or disqualify Brazil. FIFA's ruling was swift and harsh. Brazil was awarded a 2-0 win. Chile was banned from the 1990 and 1994 World Cups, and Rojas received a lifetime ban from professional football. The coach, team doctor, and even the captain were also punished. The scandal shocked millions. Chile's golden generation, including stars like Ivan Zamorano, watched their World Cup dreams vanish. Rojas became a national pariah. Yet in a twist, São Paulo FC later hired him as a goalkeeping coach, and in 2001, FIFA lifted the ban so he could play in a farewell testimonial match. This story isn't just about deceit, it's about pride gone too far, ambition sabotaged, and a nation punished for one man's desperate act. A meteoric fall turned legend into cautionary tale, forever etched in football history. Number 7. Lifetime bans, Salvador Carmona and Ibrahim Carbo. Two football pros, one a Mexican defender, the other a Sierra Leone captain, each lost their entire footballing life over doping and match fixing. The bans weren't fair warnings, they were final sentences. Salvador Carmona. Born in Mexico City, Jose Salvador Carmona Alvarez was a key defender for Mexico's national team in the late 1990s and early 2000s, playing in the 1998 and 2002 World Cups and winning the Confederations Cup in 1999. In June 2005, during the Confederations Cup in Germany, he tested positive for stanzalo, a banned steroid. The Mexican Federation issued a 1-year suspension, ruling him out of the 2006 World Cup. But things got worse. On January 31, 2006, Carmona failed another drug test. The case went to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which confirmed a lifelong ban from FIFA competition for repeated doping violations. His playing days were ended forever. Ibrahim Carbo. Ibrahim Obri Carbo, former captain of Sierra Leone, played in Europe's top leagues, including Willem II, Charleroi, and Feyenoord, and earned 34 national caps. But his career unraveled amid match-fixing investigations tied to World Cup qualifiers and club matches in the Netherlands. In April 2019, FIFA imposed a lifetime ban on Carbo for match manipulation, finding him guilty of betting-linked conspiracies. He even allegedly arranged fixers in his Willem II matches. Despite denying the allegations, FIFA's ruling was final. No football, ever again. Why these stories matter? Their bans remind us that football isn't just about talent on the pitch. It's about honesty, discipline, and choices behind the scenes. Carmona's steroid abuse and Carbo's alleged betrayal of trust cost them the sport and their legacy. Two legends, one destroyed by their actions or alleged actions, never to play again. Lessons from legends turned outcasts. Football is more than goals and glory. It's honor, discipline, and responsibility. Through these 7 chapters, we've seen heroes tripped by hubris, ambition, and sometimes just bad luck. From Maradona's tragic bans, Cantona's explosive outburst, and Muchu's cocaine fall, to Barton's gambling spiral, Pogba's doping nightmare, Rojas's fake injury plot, and lifetime bans like Carmona and Carbo. Each story reveals how quickly fame can shatter when boundaries are broken. These bans weren't handed lightly. They were life-changing. Whether due to performance-enhancing drugs or fixing matches, the consequences weren't just personal. They shook entire nations and teams. The impact reached beyond the pitch. Careers ended, reputations ruined, legacies tarnished. Still, in some cases, redemption followed, like Muchu's return to form and Pogba's appeal success. These remind us that even in darkness, there might be a second chance. So next time you watch your football hero, remember, talent on the field doesn't guarantee character off it. In football, what happens under the radar can be more dangerous than any tackle on the pitch. If these stories of rise and fall gripped you, please subscribe, comment, and like now. Share which story shook you most, and if you'd like a part 2, exploring more legends lost in scandal. Stay tuned. Real football drama is sometimes stranger than fiction. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video and for subscribing. Godspeed.